Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a very exciting October TBR slash book haul of some books I've accumulated over the last week and a half. I want to say I had been really good about not buying books for a good while, and that sort of stopped. So luckily though, that means that I have many books to show you, as well as some general TBR for spooky season and just general autumnal vibes. So yeah, let's just get right into it, shall we? So I think I'm going to start with the haul, because we actually have a fair bit to get through. I think I'm gonna start with the least exciting first. This is a book I'm having second thoughts about. I picked up Horror Store by Grady Hendrix, which is like haunted house, kind of play on the haunted house sort of story, but it looks like an IKEA manual. It's set in a furniture store, and I gather that it basically follows 3 employees, I think, that volunteered to stay overnight or stay a night shift when some eerie things have been going on in the furniture shop, and they volunteer to kind of scope out what's going on, and things happen. Now, the reason I'm having second thoughts about this is I just don't know if this writing is going to be my vibe. I'm gonna read the first paragraph. It was dawn and the zombies were stumbling through the parking lot, streaming toward the massive beige box at the far end. Later they'd be resurrected by megadoses of Starbucks, but for now they were barely living dead. Their causes of death sorry guys, it's been a long day. Their causes of death differed: hangovers, nightmares, strung out from epic online gaming sessions, etc., etc. It just, to me, reads a little bit like something I would have written for a Leaving Cert creative writing exercise, thinking I was so cool with my little metaphor. It's like, oh my god, these people that are waking up and going into work are zombie-like. I don't know. I just feel like it's just gonna infuriate me, and I'm kind of annoyed because I spent literally €19 on it. But we'll see. Maybe I'll give it a chance. I'll probably put it to the back of my priorities, so I was gonna have it on my TBR. I think I just got way too excited when I saw this on someone's channel, because it is a very cool premise. I like the idea, but I think probably because of that, like each chapter even is kind of set up. It's like, oh, look, there's the furniture item. So I don't know. What I'm saying could be blasphemous. I don't know, maybe a lot of people enjoy this guy, but I just, from what I've read so far, which is very little, I'm not completely sold. But that is that. I think I'm gonna stay on the books that I got in that same shop, which are all new books. I did get some secondhand books. So I also got 300,000 Kisses, written by Sean Hewitt and illustrated by Luke Edward Hall. This is a collection of retellings of queer love stories from Greek mythology. Probably not just Greek, actually. From the ancient world. I think a lot of them are going to be Greek. The illustrations are beautiful. Did I say it was by Sean Hewitt? Surely I did. Yes, I'm very excited about this. I'm obsessed with Sean Hewitt. He actually lectured me. That's a joke. That little tuck by there. He did actually lecture me. He still lectures at Trinity, where I studied in English literature. And he's amazing. He also wrote All Down Darkness Wide, which is a memoir about a relationship he had with someone from Sweden. It's about mental health, depression, and just being gay. That's a terrible description, but kind of the intersection between mental health and living as a gay man or gay woman, but obviously he's a gay man, so and just how the two kind of overlap a lot. But this is a very different vibe, and I'm intrigued. The illustrations are just beautiful. I really like this art style. So I'm very excited about this. Sean's writing is absolutely exquisite. He's a poet, and you can really tell through his prose that he is indeed a poet. I haven't actually read a lot of his poetry. I've obviously read All Down Darkness Wide, but I definitely want to read his poetry as well. But yeah, that is 300,000 Kisses. Then the final book I got at this particular shop is Fleabag, The Scriptures. I've definitely talked about Fleabag on my channel. Yes, I talked about it in my favorite TV series video, which, by the way, I suppose I've done so many book videos at this stage, I've probably mentioned my favorite books, but the idea behind that series was that I would do one video on my favorite films, one on my favorite TV series, and one of my favorite books, and I have not yet done my favorite books, so let me know if you'd like to see a video on my favorite books. But this is basically just the script, like the scriptures, so the film, or the scripts, the screenwriting, what do you call that? Like, I know it's a script, but I think there's a specific name when it's for TV or film. That's really bad, I should know that. But whatever. It's literally just the film, it says the filming scripts of the two series of the multi-award winning show. But I kind of thought that there would be more in this. I thought that there would be like behind the scenes little snippets, but it is literally just the film scripts. But you know, I am very happy to own this. It's beautiful. It has a cute little fox on the spine, and there's a little guinea pig somewhere. Oh, there she is. There's Hillary. Adorable. But I think it'll be fun to actually read the scripts and read the little guys, like, I'm so bad. I read novels predominantly and plays sometimes, so I'm really bad with not the stage directions, but like the the directions, the acting directions, and just kind of, yeah, just see like Phoebe's writing process kind of vibes. I think the more I film bookish videos, I hope that I will be able to talk more freely and better about books, because as you can tell, the words don't come, but I swear I can talk. It's also kind of late. I'm tired, so please excuse that. But yes, that is Fleabag the Scriptures. I don't really know when I'll pick this up. Maybe when I'm having a Fleabag craving, because I have watched the series probably about 3 or 4 times now, not gonna lie, so it would be nice to actually read it this time. So yeah, then we have 5 more books. I'm gonna try go through them relatively quickly. So I got 3 of these in one particular bookstore that does new books and secondhand books, but the new books are significantly cheaper than most mainstream bookstores. I think that's because they kind of like get them in bulk, and it might be dead stock items. I'm not 1000% sure, but yes. So I got 1 new book and 2 used. So the new book I got is If on a Winter's Night a Traveller by Italo Calvino, and this just looks exquisite. I don't know all too much about it, but it just sounds like a whirlwind. It's very meta. Basically, I'll read the back to you because it'll give you a better idea of what it's about. You go into a bookshop and buy If on a Winter's Night a Traveller by Italo Calvino. You like it, but there is a printer's error in your copy. You take it back to the shop and get a replacement, but the replacement seems to be a totally different story. You try to track down the original book you were reading, but end up with a different narrative again. This remarkable novel leads you through many different books, including a detective adventure, a romance, a satire, an erotic story, a diary, and a quest. But the hero of them all is you, the reader. It just sounds very cool. I like the idea of playing with multiple different genres, and just the idea that you as the reader are like in the story as well. You're immersed, and it just sounds like a romp to me, if you ask me. So honestly, I think this might be a good one for November or December. I'll update you. I might make a November TBR. I'll try to do a monthly TBR video. But I think this could be a November read because it's definitely like wintry, autumnal vibes for sure. So that is that. Then the 2 secondhand books I got from here are Arthur Miller, 2 Plays. We have All My Sons, which I've already read, and A View from the Bridge, which I have not read. I love Arthur Miller. He is exquisite. His plays never fail to leave me gut-wrenched by the end, in shock, in awe. I have read the 3 major plays, Death of a Salesman, The Crucible, and All My Sons. I have not read more of his back catalogue. The Price came to Dublin recently, and I did not see it, which I regret. But I'd like to read that. And I had not even heard of A View from the Bridge, but I thought this copy was kind of cool. I just love used kind of first editions. This isn't a first edition, obviously, but it's definitely old. It was published in 1961. It's just nice. It's a nice little edition. It's nice kind of mass market paperback. There he is on the back, looking very handsome indeed. But yeah, that is that. I feel like I need to read more drama, because I really enjoy reading plays. Sometimes it's nice to read them with an audiobook. You feel really immersed in the narrative, in the story, in the drama. But yeah, that's that. Then I got this beauty. Look at her. I'm not gonna lie to you. I got it mostly because it's this like pelican / penguin books. I don't know how you describe that, but you know, the classic like bordered with the, usually it's orange, but I guess maybe for poetry collections they do it in blue. I don't know. But she's freaking beautiful. Also, I don't know, I think it would be nice to leaf through this from time to time and be like, I feel like reading a little bit of Milton. Let's see, let's read like Satan Defiant, you know? And it goes through, it's from Chaucer to Rossetti, so it has a nice wide range. To be honest, I don't really care for Chaucer, but they do have the romantic poets in here who I love, like William Blake, Coleridge. Not a humongous fan of Wordsworth, but you know, Tintern Abbey, that's a classic. I love Keats. He is in here. There is also Alfred Tennyson, Shelley, Percy Shelley. Just a nice variety. Shakespeare's in here too. So yeah, I thought might as well. It's only €3, and it'll just be nice to have in my collection. I think kind of expand. You know, a lot of my books are new editions, so I think it would add more depth. But yeah, that is her. Okay, and then finally, these are 2 more secondhand editions, which I got in a different bookshop that does new books, but then they have an upstairs secondhand edition. So I got this favorite edition of plays by Brian Friel, which includes Philadelphia, Here I Come, Freedom of the City, Living Quarters, Aristocrats, Faith Healer, and Translations. I just thought this was such a pretty cover. I just love Faber and Faber play, I was about to say packaging, play covers, and also their their poetry editions are just exquisite. I want to see, do I have one handy? I usually do. I have a whole bunch of them, but let me tell you guys, my books are so disorganized. It's not even funny. Okay, I feel like now that I've mentioned them, I have to. Bear with me 2 seconds. Let's see, are they up here? Where the heck are they? I literally don't know. Okay, well that's disappointing. Just look them up if you don't know, but their poetry collections are just marvelous. I just like the kind of minimalist design, but they really pack a punch. Love the artwork. It's a very handsome edition, if I do say so. And again, like I was saying, I want to read more drama. Haven't read Brian Friel yet, and I want to read more Irish authors, you know, represent my people. So I was like, you know, gotta get this. So yeah, that is Brian Friel, the man himself. And finally, yeah, this is the final book in the haul. I got The Loved One by Evelyn Waugh in this beautiful edition. I just love these covers. I love Evelyn Waugh. I read Brideshead Revisited, and I've read Vile Bodies. Brideshead, exquisite. Vile Bodies was very good too, but I definitely prefer Brideshead Revisited. It's just, sorry, it's just so good. It's that beautiful nostalgic tone, just excellent friendships, that kind of background, sort of queer narrative going on. Like, you could completely do a queer reading of it. And also it's in part a campus novel, and I love a good campus novel. So yes, I feel like this will be a treat. It's a nice tiny little one. This is set in America though. And I love in the acknowledgements, he says, my thanks are due to such and such, Mrs. Reginald Allen, who corrected my American, Mr. Cyril Connolly, who corrected my English. Just thought that was cute. It is a humorous novel, which is fun. As far as I'm aware, it's about a pet mortician, which already sounds delightful in and of itself. And that's about as much as I know. So yeah, I'm excited to read this at some stage. It probably won't be for a while, let's be real. But that is the whole. This video is so freaking long. I'm so sorry about this, but I'm just gonna run really quickly into my TBR. Most of the books on here are like spooky season, very much like leaning into the horror aspect, less so than cozy. Yeah, I probably will navigate or gravitate more towards cozy for November. But yes, let me start with, I recently finished, like literally yesterday, I finished The Road Through the Wall by Shirley Jackson, my love, my queen. So that was technically TBR. It was a spooky season read. I am now currently reading Things Have Gotten Worse Since We Last Spoke by Eric LaRocca, which is a series of 3 novellas, I want to say. There are definitely 2 of them are novellas, and then 1 is a short story. Very much leaning into horror. There's a lot of body horror in it, actually, which I don't know how I feel about body horror. I think I'm on the fence. I'm definitely not, like, I'm impacted by it, but not, it doesn't get me like it does some people. Like, I can handle it, but in small doses, and not when it's gratuitous. But I'm enjoying it. The first story was very bizarre, but I really enjoyed the kind of epistolary format. Like, it's email exchanges between the two protagonists, and also instant message exchanges. So I thought that was pretty cool. I think it was done very well. He did it better with, I think they're non-binary, sorry. I think they identify as he, they. So definitely better than Sally Rooney in Beautiful Love, Where Are You? I was not a huge fan of that novel, and it was particularly because of the email exchanges between Alice and Elaine, I think are the names of the 2 main characters. I just could not stand how they spoke to each other. It did not feel like how 2 friends would engage with each other. It just felt very kind of pretentious and like, oh, I'm a Trinity student, I have opinions. But no, I found this very interesting. so deep. I found it very compelling. A bit strange, a bit horrifying, which I suppose is what you want from a horror novel. But it's definitely really good for spooky season if you can handle it, but like tread lightly, because there are some very graphic images, and there are definitely, the second story that I'm reading now, a lot of suicide dealings, but the first stories, it is pretty cool. I think I was left wanting a little bit more at the end. I don't love how it was resolved, but I liked what they were going for with this, and it's definitely a very unique horror story. So if you're in the market for something spooky season, and can handle a little bit of body horror and gore, look no further. Okay, then I think the book I'll be moving on to after this that I'm reading now will be White Noise by Don DeLillo, which I had already started during the summer, but I was going through a major reading slump like right after I finished college, and I really was enjoying this, and I love the writing. It's very just not plain, but it's just to the point. It's not florid, it's not trying to be something, it's direct. Don DeLillo is known for, he would write a sentence on a page and then flip over the page and write the next sentence. So it can read quite like that. Like, I went to German lessons twice a week in the late afternoon. Actually, this is a terrible example. That's actually a really long sentence. But like, they had to evacuate the grade school on Tuesday. Kids were getting headaches and eye irritations, tasting metal in their mouths. A teacher rolled on the floor and spoke foreign languages. No one knew what was wrong. Investigators said it could be the ventilating system, the paint or varnish, the foam insulation. It's quite snappy, I suppose, but like very to the point, and I don't know. But I'm gonna try it again. The reason I put it down was because it is quite heavy subject matter wise. It's very existential. It deals with questions of death, and just life, which can be quite triggering for me. So I parked it, but I think it will fit with like the spooky season vibe, and yeah, it has got such great I literally don't know what I'm saying. It has got a very good rep in my circle. A lot of my friends have read it and loved it, so I don't want to be left out. So that is White Noise. Then we have 3 like classics that I will definitely not get to all of them. I'll have to pick and choose. We have The Murders of Rue Morgue and Other Tales by Edgar Allan Poe. In this gorgeous penguin. Jesus Christ. This is so chaotic, I'm so sorry. Penguin English Library edition. I got this last year and never read it. I really need to read Edgar Allan Poe. Like, it's a crime against humanity that I haven't. He is one of the Gothic horror writers, and as someone who wrote their dissertation on Gothic horror, and Shirley Jackson, who is literally very much descendant from, not literally, but like writing wise, definitely descends from Edgar Allan Poe's like school of writing. So, and he's also from New England, where basically all of Shirley Jackson's fiction sets, so sort of should really read this. But the thing about it being a collection of short stories is that I can dip in and out. So I think I might give this a try. horror, madness, violence, and the dark forces hidden in humanity abound in this collection of Poe's brilliant tales, including, among others, the bloody, brutal, and baffling murder of a mother and daughter in Paris, in the murders in the I did it again. In the murders of the Rue Morgue, the creeping insanity of the Telltale Heart, the gothic nightmare of the Mask of the Red Death, and the terrible doom of the fall of the House of Usher. Yeah, that does sound pretty fun. I'll definitely read the major ones, I suppose. Like if I read the Murders in the Rue Morgue and the Telltale Heart and the Fall of the House of Usher. Because how long? The Murders in the Rue Morgue is sort of long. It's like, okay, no, actually it's not. It's only 38 pages. I think I can do that. That is Edgar Allan Poe. Then we have another short story collection, which is Ghost Stories of Edith Wharton. Oh my god. I need to go to bed. I got this for my birthday, and I feel like now is the perfect time to pick it up. Since what is Halloween and spooky season 4 other than literal ghost stories? I actually didn't know that even Edith Wharton wrote ghost stories until I got this collection. So I'm really intrigued. I've read M.R. James's ghost stories. I read them for a class in college, and I really enjoyed the experience of reading those around Halloween and Christmas time. They just really fit the ambience, and I just feel like this will give me similar vibes. And written by a woman would be kind of fun. So I don't know, maybe we'll get some mad, deranged women in here, which we love. Yeah, I'm excited. Another one that I can just dip in and out of. I like these. Then finally, another maybe. These last three are kind of like maybes on my list. Dracula by the man himself, Mr. Bram Stoker. This is a beautiful illustrated edition that I got with these excellent sprayed edges. And I just feel like, realistically, I probably should read this now because it's Halloween, and like, what better time than Halloween to read this? I feel like this would be nice to read out of as well. I mean, I definitely couldn't bring this to a cafe to read. Oh, it smells gorgeous. But like, it's got a nice big font, and it's just like, I love the fact that each chapter starts with a little illustration there. Yeah, I think this will be a wild ride. And it is 300. There's lots of notes. I'm not sure where it ends. .373 pages. So you know, they're also long pages. But yeah, that is Dracula. I'm probably gonna try prioritize this, honestly, because it's literally the Halloween book. So that is my TBR / haul. Get a little lift them all up for you. Oh my god, they're so heavy. Thumbnail. Yeah, those are all the books that I'm planning to read this spooky season. hope you enjoyed this video. And sorry, I want to quickly apologize for my absence. I'm very terrible at mustering up the motivation to get out videos, so I do apologize about that, and I really appreciate that you continue to say subscribe to me despite my hiatuses. And yeah, I feel like every time I come back I'm like, I'm gonna post so many videos, so I'm not gonna say that just in case we jinx it. But yes, hello again everyone, and thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful night or day or evening wherever you are, and I will hopefully see you very, very soon. Bye guys.